Hello everyone, in this video I'll be telling you the story of our late deceased goldfish named Spud. We tried our very best to treat him and to save him from a disease called hemorrhagic septicemia. We think it was, at least. He could have had other problems wrong with him. But in this video we will show you how we treated him and the other two goldfish in a 10-gallon tank. He did have red spots on his fins, and his fins were clamped, and you could tell that he was pretty uncomfortable. When we had the three of them in the bag at the pet store, Spud had a fish louse on him, and it was pretty creepy looking, and when we were in the pet store we didn't know what it was. We thought it was some kind of parasite. And then it came off of him and went on another fish that we had in the bag. And so the girl at the pet store took the fish that was on after out of the bag. So we got Spud, who originally had the lice on him. Now I think that is why he got sick, because the other goldfish aren't getting sick. And he had a fungal infection too, it looked like. We were doing a dose of tetracycline and pimafix, both at the same time, along with the other goldfish, who were still looking healthy, but it was still good to treat the other goldfish just in case they might get it or have it already. But they looked healthy anyway, and they were growing a lot faster when Spud was just staying the same size. We were using the API brand tetracycline and pimafix, and I believe we put the normal amount of aquarium salt that you're supposed to put in the tank also, which is good to keep your fish healthy. I found that the instructions on the back of the packets were a little hard to understand, so I wrote them out for us and for you possibly, so that you can better understand the instructions. That guy is sick, so we bought this. It's for all of that. Right there. I'm gonna pour this evenly through the aquarium too. And try not to touch it, but just wash your hands. There. We're done for another day. The tetracycline medicine turns the water yellow, plus there's some bubbles that add up at the top of the water as you're using it. You can either just pour the medicine in the tank, or you can pour it in a cup of tank water and then pour it in the tank to help spread it around more. So, another 5 milliliters. You want to do this over the sink because the stuff spills everywhere. And there's 5 millimeters. You can just pour that and mix it in with some tank water in a cup from the tank, probably a disposable cup. And then you want to pour it evenly over through the tank. Maybe grab another thing, wash it through a little bit. Let's put it around some more. And you want to keep filtration going and aeration like normal. Just remove the carbon filter. We even did a salt bath for Spud, which is when you put in a higher dose than recommended in a little bowl and let the fish sit in the salt and water mixture for 5 minutes. And you can look up some videos on YouTube on how to do that treatment. We also even separated Spud and put him in a 3-gallon bucket as sort of a hospital tank with an air bubbler and some medicated food. To make medicated food, you just soak the food in the pimafix for a little bit, just so that it can get absorbed in the fish's system even more. And this was only temporary. It is a lot better sometimes to buy your fish from a local fish store instead of a chain store, because most of the time the fish turn out to be a lot healthier and the people taking care of the fish are a lot more educated about the fish they're caring for. Maybe a little more expensive, but it's worth it in the long run because it will be more expensive to buy medication for your fish. But really, you should have medication on hand for your fish because you never know when they're gonna get sick. Anything can happen very quickly, and it's best to have the medication on hand so you can treat them as quickly as possible and they have a higher chance at survival. Spud was definitely a trooper. He was still eating and swimming around and everything, but he was becoming more and more lethargic, and eventually he passed away during the night, and the other goldfish were by him trying to wake him up. The other two goldfish we had in the same tank are now in a 40-gallon, and they're doing absolutely fine. Their names are Spot and Bubbles. They have grown quite a bit since I recorded this footage, and there will be update videos in the future, including them. If you'd like to see more of them, be sure to comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye!